My name's Matthew Joint. I go to Massey High School in West Auckland, and this week I'm going to find out what it's like to be a pilot under training at the RNZAF.
Ohakea Air Base is the home of pilot training for the Royal New Zealand Air Force. Whether you want to fly fixed-wing aircraft or helicopters, this is where you'll earn your wings. Pilot Officer Andrew Day will show Matt the ropes. He's midway through his pilot training.
G'day, you must be Matt.
You must be Andrew.
You ready for a big couple of days?
Definitely, yeah.
All right, well, before we start, you're going to have to get used to some of our equipment, so wrap your head around this.
Sweet, let's do it.
Before you become a pilot under training, you first need to complete a 22-week officer training course where your leadership and survival skills will be tested.
On officer training, we spend a lot of time dealing with command, leadership and management, really working with people, a lot of team-based exercises out in the classroom and out in the field. And a lot of those were over extended periods of time under a lot of time pressure. And that was all before I got to pilot training. After officer training, I had survival school, and that involved a number of nights out in the bush by myself, very little food, very little sleep, just trying to survive off the land as best I could and really enhance my chances of survival should anything ever happen to me in my aircraft.
The selection process for the pilot under training course is not solely based on your academic performance. You'll be assessed on a multitude of criteria.
We give them some aptitude tests and look at a whole lot of competencies. We interview them. We have basically a whole selection board for them over about 3 days per applicant. And so psychologists are heavily involved in that, and we interview applicants at that board.
Okay, Matt, when you're a pilot under training, you come and stay in what we call H Block.
Okay.
This is pilot training accommodation. Get your own room, walk-in wardrobe, bathroom, air conditioning, and your office.
Okay.
Not to mention a nice double bed.
We're always looking for leadership. That's a given for any officer role. We like people to be proactive. We like people who view situations as challenges rather than obstacles.
This is the lounge. This is where we hang out after work. We have a lot of good times here, a lot of banter between the different courses, and it's a really good place just to chill out, watch the news, clear your head and then go back to work afterwards.
Pilot Officer Penny Cool considers herself one of the boys. Penny's in the primary phase of the course.
So how long do you have to study before you go up in an aircraft?
Well, for us, we've taken 5 weeks of study before we actually get to jump in the aircraft and go up flying, but we're now flying, so it's good.
How hard are the exams?
They are hard, but you put in the work and you get through them pretty good.
Students are tested on a regular basis and have to attain a pass mark of 80% on every paper.
Any questions you might have or any arguments, we'll argue it, I'll win, and that'll be the end of that.
English, maths and physics are key academic subjects. Anything involving leadership skills is a big help too.
Okay, Matt, for your flight today, you're going to be flying with the Officer Commanding Pilot Training Squadron. This is Squadron Leader Anthony Budd.
Come in.
Morning, sir.
G'day, mate. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Ohakea and Pilot Training Squadron. So you're ready for your FMIL flight?
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, look, we're going to get you down there, give you a safety brief, and get you all kitted up. Looks like a lovely day for it, so we'll get into it.
Sweet.
All right, follow me.
Sweet, mate.
Sergeant Karen Peacock is responsible for fitting and maintaining the flying equipment used at Pilot Training Squadron.
Morning.
Hey, Kaz.
Hi, Matt. How are you?
Good.
Good. Right, I'm going to sort you out with a helmet and vest and stuff.
Sweet.
So follow me.
Each helmet is individually fitted and can literally save your life. The shell can withstand a massive weight being dropped onto it.
That's all that they usually use when it's sunny, because it looks cooler, actually.
And the visors are pretty durable too.
This one's impressive, a shotgun.
Whoa.
Providing protection from enemy fire to bird strikes.
Yep, so that's comfy. Cool, that's it.
Sweet.
And once the hat fits, we move to the safety vest, which rivals Batman's utility belt. Emergency combat kit, flares, a knife, even a mirror.
The helograph for signalling aircraft, or because it's a mirror for shaving for the cameras when they come to pick you up.
The heaviest part of the kit is the parachute, but as Kaz explains,
This is an emergency escape parachute, so it's a 28-foot parachute and the descent rate's quite quick. You have to jump under 150 knots. and you have to weigh under 100 kilos to wear it. Otherwise, it's a faster ride. Cool. And I'll get you some sick bags because you're going to be doing some aerobatics.
Time to hit the air running. Ace pilot, squadron leader Anthony Budd will escort Matt on his familiarisation flight called a FML.
Already warm up there. Clearance clear, eclipses all slaves synchronised and clear. You'll be able to see out to the side there, mate. Those boards are just stowing on our wing, sorry, just on our right hand side there. How cool is that, man? Oh, I hate this job.
Today, we'll find out how Matt's stomach handles the aerobatics. Does Matt have what it takes to fly? He's about to get a taste of life in the air.
Airframe flaps are up, no fuel and balance here, looks lovely. Security, we're all locked in and everything's secure.
The FML flight that the Air Force run is the very first flight you ever get in air training. They call it the only free flight you'll ever get, and that's because it gives you a taste of what's to come. And it's really to whet your appetite, and that FML flight involves everything they can think of, and as many aerobatics as you can handle without throwing up.
Here we go. How's that? That's awesome. Too easy.
The aircraft that we fly is what we call a CT-4E. It's a New Zealand-built aircraft. All of them are handmade. It's quite a nifty little thing. It's 300 horsepower. It's a tricky little thing to fly, but once you get the hang of it, it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, mate, we're just going to go into the vertical and then slide back down. Here we go, bro. Oh, this will be good, bro. Woo-hoo! Oh, lovely. How's that? That was good. Have you ever experienced zero G? How's that? There's a weightlessness, so what the old astronauts... Oh, no, not really. Holy crap, what the hell? Pretty cool, eh? That's looking...
Clearly, Matt is made of cast iron stuff and is buzzing from the experience.
That was me.
Shame about Chuck Moody, our cameraman. But the Air Force is not just about flying. Sport and recreation play an important part.
Teamwork's really important for what we're doing in pilot training, because later on we're going to start operating aircraft that have more than just one person at the controls. You're going to be responsible for a whole crew, and also that of your passengers and any cargo that's on board. And that really gets into crew resource management and being able to work together, understand each other and work efficiently, because where we operate at times we don't have the luxury of time to think about things. So you've really got to know each other, understand each other and get that teamwork happening to make the mission go smoothly.
In phase 1 of your training, you'll learn to fly the CT-4E aircraft.
Okay, welcome there, Matt, for your GH1. The crew is yourself and myself.
Each general handling training flight is preceded by a one-on-one briefing with your instructor.
The briefing is very important. It sets the stage. The student comes in, and again, it's nice one-on-one time with the student before they get into that noisy environment. Okay, the aim of this study there, Matt, as you can see, is to operate the engine controls, operate flight controls, interpret the instruments. The instructor will go through and pretty much glean the information off the student to make sure they've done their work. What do you reckon the throttle controls there, Matt?
Speed.
Speed. Sweet. Good as gold. Obviously, I know you'll be wanting to have it at full throttle through most of the way, but we'll see how we go there.
The cockpit of the trainer is a very tight space, so Buddy sets a few ground rules before takeoff.
Pretty much just if we do have any problems throughout the study, then, mate, if you have control, I'll take it back off you via a positive handover. The teaching style we use has been built up over years and years of experience. We show them first, and we show them the manoeuvre so they can get to feel what it's like, they can see what's going to happen and experience the manoeuvre. Yes, there he goes. Looking back there, mate. There we go, there's the other horizon. Now here comes the GEGO, mate, so 3, 2, 1, here it goes. Grip those teeth, mate. That's the way, grip those teeth. Holy. How'd that feel, big guy? Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty good, eh? We'll then get them to conduct the manoeuvre by themselves. You have control, mate. 3, 2, 1, pitch. That's the way, bring it on. A bit more.
bit more. Good. And freeze, looking back. Oh, it's looking nice. Hold it, mate, hold it. Yes. And level. Nice. Didn't even have to touch it, mate. Awesome. I have control there, big guy.
They'll do it themselves and we'll analyse it. And if we need to, we may intervene.
And give it everything to the left, mate. Yeah, that's the way. Get ready to check and nice. Too easy, mate. Bloody natural. Oh, it's time for another. Okay. Lift the nose up. Check it there and give it everything. Other way this time. Good man. Got to spice it up, you know. Good stuff. I have control. Mate, you're a bit of a natural. Oh, yeah.
Back on ground and a chance to check out the next step towards obtaining those coveted wings. And that takes you to the King Air, a much larger, faster aircraft with more systems for the pilot to handle. The objective, to master this twin-engine beast, go solo and get your wings.
So Matt, this is the B200 King Air, twin-engine turboprop. So the top speed is 259 knots.
Okay, what's in kilometres?
It's about 470 k's an hour.
Okay, so
Yeah, so it's a bit faster than what you're doing on the road.
yeah.
So when you're navigating around in the King Air, obviously 470 kilometres an hour, it's a bit faster than in the trainer, so your mind's got to be thinking a bit faster, a bit quicker.
Yeah.
And especially when there's a lot of things going on, like your instructor might fail an engine on you.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot more things to sort out.
Do you mind if we take a look inside, mate?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
The King Air is not just a training aircraft. It's used to ferry VIPs, including the Prime Minister, around the country.
How long have you been training for?
I've been training all up for about 2 years, and just in the King Air I've been flying over for about 4 months.
What do you have to do to get your wings?
After you've flown solo, you've got 4 check flights, so they're 4 test flights. So one of them is the IPT, which is the instrument progress test. One of them is the night handling test, so just flying around the circuit and out around the local area at night. Visual navigation, so just navigating around the country low level. And then the final test is the final handling test, which culminates all those ones, and after that you'll get your wings.
What do you want to fly in the end?
After this I want to become a captain on the King Air, and then eventually hopefully a captain on the C-130 Hercules.
Okay.
In this advanced stage of your training, there is still plenty to learn, and you have to continue passing both flying and written examinations.
We'll do a quick recap of the reduction gearbox. What are the limits that it governs to between? Stu, you got that one for me, mate?
Governance up to 2080.
Is that the normal governor or the overspeed governor?
Oh, that's overspeed governor.
Okay.
A good working knowledge of your aircraft is essential for a pilot, for both practical and safety reasons. But the ultimate goal for every pilot in training is to achieve their wings. This will take approximately 200 plus flying hours.
Okay, Matt, up here is our wings, and this is what you get after 18 months of hard slog on pilot training. The patch that I've got on my chest is a big milestone, but this is what everyone is working towards.
Okay. Why is it in a locked cabinet?
I guess it's in a locked cabinet as a wee reminder that even though it's got your name on it, it's not yours by right, and you've really got to earn it.
And when you've earned your wings, what happens next? After attaining your wings, you'll then undergo a conversion training course. You can opt to fly helicopters with 3 Squadron or the bigger fixed-wing aircraft. If you are assigned to fixed wing, then you will complete a further 18 months consolidation flying with 42 Squadron in the King Air before moving on to the Hercules, P-3 Orion or the Boeing 757. Flying helicopters is a completely different kettle of fish and a new skill set to master.
All right, Matt, once you get your wings, if you're going to fly helicopters, you need to use some of our training facilities. Right here is the virtual interactive procedural trainer. If you want to step in there, AJ will tell you all about it.
Sweet.
Okay, VIPT is the first training tool that we've got to teach pilots to become helicopter pilots.
The virtual interactive procedural trainer allows the trainee pilot to familiarise themselves with all of the operational controls of the helicopter.
Red is bad, you need to do something about that reasonably quickly. Yellow's keep an eye on it, and green's all good.
Pilots gain an understanding of the instrumentation on touchscreens before jumping into the real thing.
All right, Matt. What you're going to see now is the Iroquois simulator. This is where all the pilots who fly the Iroquois come to train from time to time and really hone their skills before they go out and do it for real.
Okay.
Hamish Reichardt was a pilot under training in 2006. He's now a fully qualified Iroquois pilot.
I joined up at 17, went straight through to officer training and then started my wings course from there. But no, I'm enjoying helicopters at the moment. Would like to fly the bigger ones that we get, but who knows what will happen. I'm here for a good decade at the moment, so. Just slowly pull on your left as you start to move, correct, and it only needs very small movements.
Whoa, it's way different now.
There you go. Cool. So put on a bit more left leg. There you go. You're now successfully above the buildings.
The simulator is a great tool for learning how to cope in emergency situations, and this is its primary function.
As we're flying around, you might have something like an engine failure. Okay, and that basically goes like this. It's a lever on the floor, and then you fly it to the ground. Okay, pull back a little bit more. There you go. Great success.
Crash landing.
What's great about the simulator? If at first you don't succeed, you can fly again.
So come in and see if you can land on that bright yellow big square thing there. And there you go. First simulator landing. A helicopter doesn't fly anything like an aeroplane. We use a coordination of both hands at once and both our feet. Anytime you move one control, it moves everything else. Yeah, it's quite a challenge.
The Iroquois helicopter, affectionately known as Huey, first flew in 1956. Its peacetime role is performing search and rescue.
Rightio, so welcome to the Iroquois itself. So first in here we've got the captain's seat. So in here sits the captain. He's got all his flying controls, got his instruments, engine instruments and radios. As we move back we go to the workhorse. So I've got the transmission sitting up the top there, takes a drive from the main engine, gas turbine engine, first helicopter that came out with them.
How old is the helicopter?
This particular helicopter was first accepted in 1966.
So it is pretty old?
It's pretty old. They are nothing like they were when they first came. They've been heavily upgraded.
Despite numerous upgrades to keep the Huey current, it's now being phased out and replaced by the NH90, an advanced medium utility helicopter.
Yeah, showing you as much as we can. The other side's just the same. Okay. So yeah.
If you are assigned to fly fixed wing, then you may end up flying the fastest plane currently in the force. 40 Squadron currently operates 2 Boeing 757-200 aircraft. The fleet undertakes operations all around the world.
This is our Boeing 757 aircraft. It's one of the larger aircraft that we operate. I've managed to just tee up an interview for 5 minutes with the captain because they're going to take off shortly. Jump up and up the stairs, mate. Have a look. See what you think.
Thanks, mate.
Today, Matt will be meeting Captain Justin Sr., who was a pilot under training in 1999.
I joined as a direct entry pilot. Started pilot training squadron, then to the King Air, then moved to 40 Squadron on the C-130 Hercules, and then in 2004 I came across to the Boeing 757.
So how long has the 757 been in service?
The aircraft were introduced to service in 2003. Fulfills a strategic transport role, so it can be anything from transporting troops overseas, VIP flying, you can also do air medical evacuation, pretty much anything, anywhere, anytime.
What do you like most about your job?
A couple of things, be the variety of work. We're pretty lucky we don't go to the same places all the time, and also the opportunity for travel, literally go around the world in this aircraft.
Sweet, that was awesome.
I can't say I've worked a day in my life. I've had incredible challenges, you know, amazing flying, and worked with amazing people in so many different environments.
We earn a salary and we do not have to pay for any of the training that we receive. We just pay for it in sweat.
Military aviation is awesome. There's stuff that we do, low flying and a lot of work with the police and the army as well that you just wouldn't do in a civilian role.
Kind of cool to be able to say, like, I'm in the Air Force and I'm training to be a pilot.
I would definitely like to join the RNZAF. This has been a life-changing experience for me and I would like to do it again.
I think Matt did really well. I think he had good communication skills. He briefed the squadron.
Expect an ILS DME approach to runway 27.
And they were happy with that.
This wind is 330 at 8 knots.
He also showed some fortitude in the stomach area when he went up in the air trainer. Came back buzzing, didn't throw up.
That was me.
think he's got what it takes, and I think he'd do well if he showed up here on base.
Matthew, if we could have Matthew front and centre, please. Come on out, mate. Well done. Thank you. On behalf of the Royal New Zealand Air Force and everybody here at Pilot Training Squadron, we'd just like to congratulate you on your first familiar flight. You did really well, mate, and for that we have your own name tag to take back with you. They're ready to go, and Pilot Training Squadron patch there. We look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Well done, mate.
To enter the Royal New Zealand Air Force, you must be at least 17 years old. 18 NCEA Level 2 credits is a minimum in English, Maths and a science, preferably physics. To apply for pilot training, you first need to attend and pass an Officer Aircrew Selection Board and then complete a 22-week initial officer training course. You'll need to be fit and healthy, have good hearing, eyesight and normal colour vision.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.